so we actually have returned once again today to actually deliver, I guess, the final catch-up stream of Golden Kamuy, I think, that I know of. Good, we're good to go as well. My voice sounds way different again. Anyway, yes, so today we're doing up to 311, which I believe is the current chapter at this point in time, before the final chapter comes out, which I think is 314. And yeah, I mean, I ain't talking about last stream. Didn't happen. By all accounts, as I've said in previous series I've covered, that have in theory caused me emotional damage to the point of not being able to actually think anymore. It doesn't exist if you don't believe it happened, alright? So long as we kind of think to ourselves, Hichikata's still alive, Hichikata's actually alive, he's not dead. Same thing with Shiyama as well, and subsequently a lot of other characters have died so far. In the space of, 20 chapters, I believe, at this point? 20, yeah, 20 chapters, half the cast basically got fucking offed in, a ceremonious fashion. And yes, we also ended on Ogata getting stabbed as well. That's the other thing to note. That was the other, massive point of contention as well for me at this point. I guess we'll see what happens. I ain't looking forward to it. You know when you kind of, your brain's it's gonna happen, isn't it? It's gonna happen. I don't want to believe it happens, but it's going to. So, reading Golden Kamuy. Right, so with that, I believe we actually are good to go. So let's put that there. Let's leave my chat there so I actually can see it. Right. Also, let's actually get a bit more comfy because I'm gonna need cancelling after this one. Cancelling? I have no idea. My way of pronouncing it is really kind of strange. Anywho. I'll take care of everything here, then return to Goryokaku. There's one thing I want to confirm before I bid farewell to Hokkaido. 309 Blood-Soaked. With a land deed in hand, I'll cross over to Port Arthur and insinuate myself into the Kwantung Government General's garrisons, which opposes Central. This would later become the Kwantung Army. The own land deed can be a bargaining chip that will allow the Kwantung Government General to bolster their power and influence. We can simply threaten Central by saying, if you have an issue with us, we'll be happy to sell Hokkaido's land to a foreign country. In Manchuria, I'll build up my strength once more. There's a fucking bear. Gus has been stabbed. Holy shit. Gus actually had a good track record for the last couple of chapters. He got hit last time as well, if I remember correctly. Though it'd be kind of sad if Vasily and Ogata actually don't have a battle, considering that's how I thought it would go. They're meant to be married, not having fights constantly. Also, I've kind of realized that Sugimoto's missing half his face at this point. I'm so glad you're okay, Ogata. I'm gonna fucking kill you. It's a weird way of saying I love you, but it's fine. I accept. Same as Sugimoto. They're clearly married. Okay, tell me, how many relationships you've seen in anime that don't start with "I'm gonna fucking kill you"? Tell me there's not about 1 billion of them out there that have started like that, but and ended quite beautifully. Oh, oh man, it'd be ironic if he actually loses his other eye as well, his non-fake eye. Oh. You know, kind of like I had a kiss just then. Huh? There's the bear. Oh! This is just a lot of noises, the more I think about it. It's been fun, Sugimoto. Oh, fuck! Ogata! The roles are being reversed. Silver, have you managed to kill anyone since then? Ogata. I mean, we gotta, like, be very cautious of the fact there's actually a fucking bear on board. It's a fucking bear, bro. It's a fucking bear. If the time comes, if there truly is a reason for it. Oh, oh fuck. She's gone. She's off the deep end, as one would associate with going into it. She's like, fuck everything at that point. Granted, I was thinking it before I started streaming, like, when Surumi said, like, you gotta bear the sins of your father, I was like, bearing the sins of your father is like one thing at this point. Everything else has kind of happened to Siddhartha at this point. She kind of blames herself for it as well, because we saw it when Sophia died, like the blood and everything like that, when Ushiyama died as well. Events like that kind of prove to us, like, she's slowly starting to realize the gravitas of everything going on here. Well, I mean, she knew already, but you know what I mean. It's even more so now. Like, it's kind of telling us now more than anything. She understands that she can't escape where she is currently, and there's actually no way out. The only way out is if she actually kind of soaks her hands with blood, because at this point, she's kind of soaked her hands with blood, because everyone's kind of, everyone's dying left, right, and center. Which is sad, because it's kind of one of those things that she's not to blame for it. But I don't fucking know at this point. I'm fully prepared to and plunged into hell along with Sugimoto Saichi. Sugimoto's kind of like, oh no. Ogata's like, oh no. Oh. Also, the bear's there. Let's not forget the bear's there. Something that's been bothering me for a while finally got resolved. That's a real load off my mind. Haha. But I can't die quite yet. Fuck it out. I can't lose Catman. I can't lose my one and only Catman. Even though, since like Abashir, I was like, he's gonna fucking die, isn't he? Everyone's like, I fear for the health and the emotional state of the driver. I'm like, guys, you do realize I've actually accepted the fact he's gonna die at some point. There's like no way in hell I knew he would survive this. It's one of the things that I've resigned myself understanding, that my favorite character is gonna die at some point, and I've it's one of those emotional states you kind of like get to. It's like, oh yeah, okay, I get it. At some point, someone's gonna die that I like. Jojo was prime example of that. Everyone knows what happened with Jojo and me and my emotional state. So that's the thing. I get to the point that I understand it's gonna happen. But Artificial is basically like the litmus test for that whole entire idea. After that point, I was like, yeah, I'm done. Emotional state out of the fucking window. So 409 end. Isidipa, you're Wilk's daughter, and he loved you, but the future is yours to choose. Yeah, because the plunge into hell is the plunge into hell is when it's the end of season 3, if I remember correctly. I swear she says at the end of season 3 of the anime series. It's when they fully meet up, and she's like, well, fuck me, I guess. It's kind of a sticky situation, ain't it? And then after that point, you knew that she was starting to change. For the worse, because Sugimoto wants to keep the innocence that she has, because, let's be real, war and battle changes people. But I kind of feel like Sugimoto is one of the only people that you can tell that didn't change completely. Though he's a killing machine, because it's been shown to us, he's also a person who's retained his humanity as well. It's still kind of there underneath everything that's actually kind of an exterior that he has. And I kind of, to a degree, think that I believe Acidica will be the same. That I don't think she will lose who she is. Though, again, we want to avoid her going into that whole entire concept. But at the same time, I kind of believe that, to a degree, she won't actually lose who she is. She always will retain who she is. It's just, there's a lot more to that than just, by the way, I'm a Acidica. There's probably a lot more to it. I kind of feel like The humanity is retained in the characters through what happens to them before the point as well, because there was a lot that goes into the character before they got to the war, then after the war, and how it shapes them. Because we saw with Surumi's character. Surumi's character, you'd think war would have changed him. No, the family was also what changed him as well, because we even see that he still harbors the feelings for his family when he shot through Sophia, but shot through Sophia using the photo of Wilk's face with 2 shots, which indicate his family. So that's why I kind of believe like there's a point. There's also a before point to why the characters are who they are. So I kind of feel like Siddhartha, I just don't believe she will change completely. I don't want her to, because again, I want a bit of humanity left in this series. Because again, if it's all gone, what's the fucking point? So Ogata Seppuku. It's obvious that the visual at the end of Ogata trying to cut out the arrowhead is supposed to resemble seppuku, which mirrors how Ogata's father died. Though, of course, the father's seppuku was fake so Ogata could kill him. That's actually kind of ironic when you think about it. If Ogata does die that way, it's kind of ironic. Oh, shit. I need to grab that, but 310. 310! Holy shit, we're actually making good progress. More than I actually imagined. I thought it would take me 3 streams. It actually took me 2. Because the half entire arc was basically just fighting and noises. 310 blessed. Shoot him, Siddhartha! Get down! Also ironic that he sees Yusaku right at the end as well, because his consciousness is coming back to him. You're always getting in my way! You damn Wraith! It's Wraith, isn't it? Huh? That's a hair thing. You know, I wonder if it really is, if it really is a Wraith. Or is it that every time I point my gun at Siddhartha, Yusaku shows up and interferes? What? I saw Yusaku and Siddhartha, right? Which means what? That is something I am averting my eyes from. Something I spent all this time refusing to face. What the hell do you mean? My feelings of guilt. See, he had a conscience. The entire time I believed in him. He's gonna fucking die though, but it's there. It's there. My feelings of guilt? No, it's an illusion. It's the poison. The pain from my eye getting gouged out caused it. Yusaku was the only one who loved me. I killed him. I don't regret it. The fact that I feel guilt means I was born from 2 parents who loved each other, doesn't it? No, you're wrong. He didn't even come to Mom's funeral. But maybe there was a brief moment when they did love each other. Say down, I sit up. It's dangerous. I killed Mom because I wanted to know if Dad had love for her in his heart. But doesn't that mean doing that was meaningless? Right at the end of his life, he's like, wait a minute, hold up a second. I'm addicted this entire time. What the fuck? The poison. It's making me delirious. I could have proven that they were worthless by showing that even a defective person could become second lieutenant and one day commander of the 7th Division. But this means that won't amount to anything, huh? Could it be that I wasn't lacking? Could it be that I wasn't lacking defective person, but that I merely chose the path that I felt a defective person would take? No, if that's true, then that means all of this was a mistake. Aren't you happy? I saw Yusaku in a sit-up, and she made me realize these feelings of guilt. She gave me a light, and now I'm going to be killed by her. Stop it! There's no such thing as guilt. Oh, but really? It's a relief. That's enough. Don't think anymore. I lose. No more. Don't think anymore. Oh, he had to go and... Brother, you were born a blessed child. Adios, Catman. Gah! Silver. What was that? It rocked so much that it felt like the whole train was gonna tip over. So in the end, he actually did grow a conscience. The ironic thing is, he wanted to retain what he believed. He didn't want Siddhartha to kill him, because if Siddhartha kills him, it proves the feelings of guilt. So he kills himself, which doesn't actually fully commit to his own philosophy, because he still sees Usaku, so he still feels the guilt. But he's a person who refuses to accept it. It's kind of interesting when you think about it. I'm going to lie down in a minute. That's going to go into fetal position in a minute. There's no one in the engine room. Wait, so this train's running out of control? That means we're going to smash right into Hakodate Station. I'm your Shinigami. 410. End. I can't actually lay down on my. I can actually lay down on my desk. Hold on, if I move this like this. Oh, I just don't want to fucking move this anymore. If I could help me. Oh. I hate this series so much. Honestly, I do. Fuck you, Golden Kamuy, make me feel things, alright? Fuck you. Fuck you, Golden Kamuy. Alright? I didn't need his emotions. I was content with not feeling anything, honestly. I was content not feeling anything. I was like, you know what? I don't need emotions. I saw my entire gang die in part 5. I was like, at that point, emotions? They need them. I read Banana Fish. Saw Ash die twice. A third time, because I was a bit masochistic in that way, and read it again because I thought, why not? I was like, don't need my emotions. But no, it's still here. I still feel them. I don't like it. I can't call Gato. I want to avoid my emotions. I don't want to accept they're there. I want to be like, no. I pretend not to see. Like our boy in Chainsaw Man, where he's like, I'd rather not see. Like, he had the right idea. When he saw Makimo, he's like, I ain't looking. I'm gonna shield my eyes so I can't see. Same thing with me. Honestly, fuck this manga so much. Aim towards tomorrow and shoot. Where you? Oh, I need to change the chapter title. Fuck. Just realised that. 311. Fuck this manga series. I swear to God. Honestly. Where are you going? Let's climb down over here. 411 is Siddhartha's choice. Also be interesting to see if Siddhartha actually kills Surumi as well, considering that would be an ironic death as well, considering that Kikuta said that Sugimoto would kill him. So someone else does it, and it actually is someone even more important to the plot, even more ironic in a way. Are you alright? Keep applying pressure here. Hey Sugimoto, you okay? It's no big deal. I want the two of you to stay here. The Anu deed is my problem. I'll go get the quiver, then come back here. Ah? The train cars have been uncoupled. The cars are starting to move apart. There's something I want to ask of you. Ask for the two of you. It's my last request. That well, I want it to stay buried. If you got your hands on that huge sum of gold, there's absolutely no way that things would end happily ever after. So long as someone that has that gold, the killing will keep going on. All those people have died already. We need to break the golden Kamuy's curse. Wait! Name drop. Again. Sugimoto, this gold coin is probably about 10 yen worth of gold. It won't be nearly enough to pay for the medical treatment, but I'll hunt a bunch of bears and get their gallbladders for you. And here's Shirashi. Don't go back to that well. I want you to forget all about it. I don't want to lose even the most important person to me. Oh God. Tell her, Sugimoto. Just say, okay, I understand. Okay, Sidipa, I understand. But I can't let you go. I can't let you go and do that. Sugimoto, hey! You still act like I... Let go! I'll see you around, Shirashi. Put me down, idiot! Surumi's got a pistol. There's a high chance they might survive this. You think I'll let you go all by yourself? We're partners, aren't we? I love this boy so much. I love him. He's so pure. Oh my God. Just want to give him a hug. He's so good. He's such a good boy. Oh, he makes me cry. I want him to have the world. He's out of ammo. Some people using guns like it's nothing as well in this manga series. Honestly, everyone just out here just like go boom pow with these guns. I'm like, can you do that really? Is it possible to actually do that? Maybe it's more realistic to your average series, but it's kind of still like, oh no. He's at disadvantage in a 2-on-1 fight, so he's trying to lure us out to where the footing is bad, huh? First things first, we need to stop this train. Yeah, you're right. We're gonna crash right into the last station. Let's stop this thing. I'm leaving this to you, Sidipa. Okay. The vagrant boy is here. 311 end. So, Golden Kamuy. Sidipa says Golden Kamuy like Surumi did back in chapter 271, but the wording in Japanese is slightly different. Surumi said Goruden Kamuy. Goruden Kamuy. The same as the title itself. Sidipa says Ogon no Kamuy, which also means Golden Kamuy, but just uses the Japanese word for gold instead of the English loan word. I might in detail, but I figured might as well point it out. It's actually kind of true. It uses the kanji for gold. Yeah, because the actual title is written in katakana, because it's the loan word of golden, but the actual title is written with the kanji of gold. So Hanpen, what Sidipa gave Shirashi was a piece of Hanpen that she found in chapter 54 after the murder hotel blew up with Ushiyama inside. A Hanpen is a kind of fish cake, but she apparently thought it was a square of his forehead and kept it with her. Monkey noises. Sidipa's making monkey noises as she tries to fix machinery by hitting it. It's a callback to a running gag that started in chapter 100 when the main trio tried to fix an airship. Yeah, and then also Kikuta mentions about Vagrant Boy as well. And there we go. We did it. We're caught up. Fuck this manga series. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I feel like this is actually creeping into my top 2 of all time. I absolutely adore it. One could probably say it's happening a bit too fast. I don't know. Because again, I always kind of thought to myself the series would end when they find the gold. And they found the gold. But it kept on going after that point. And I guess you could probably associate that maybe it's a tad faster than I thought it would be, because don't get me wrong, people are dying left, right, and center. And it's one of those things that one could probably say, if it had a bit more time, it might just kind of hit more. But I kind of feel like the moment still hit, because if you've been with the series since chapter 1, like I have, it hits like a motherfucker half the time. Like the entire thing with Hichikata was like, that's gonna hurt even more in the anime series. But I kind of feel like even now, everything's still hitting perfectly. Every beat that's been established this whole entire time has actually kind of come to fruition. And I like that. I also liked how Agata went out. Agata went out in the best way possible. That's the main thing. Don't like that he's gone, because again, I loved him dearly. But at the same time, I like that he went out realizing the flaws he has as a person. It's he didn't want to accept it, because let's be real, he killed himself at the end rather than allowing someone else to kill him. But at the same time, it's nice that he had that realization moment that he is Bollick's a flawed person that kind of thought that he's a flawed person that didn't realize his own flaws himself. That's the thing. And would not accept it to very bitter end. So he's also very stubborn in that way as well. But I kind of like that was his outcome. It's better than, say, him getting offed by some random person. Because it wouldn't have had such an impactful end if it was just like, say, if Ocean was still alive somehow and shot and then just took him out, like somehow. Or if, say, Sugimoto was to actually kill him. It would have an impact because there's a history with them. And the same thing with Silipa. But at the same time, it wouldn't have the same gravitas moment, if you get what I mean. But with him realizing his flaws, realizing what he's done, and actually realizing that he's a flawed person but not accepting it, gives us every single beat his character's always kind of exuded this whole entire time, and that's very important. I like that aspect. So yeah, now we have, I think, 3 chapters to go until the end, and I guess most of it will be taken up by Surumi versus Sugimoto, which I have no idea how it's going to go. I don't want Sugimoto to lose because I don't want him to die, because again, I love him dearly as well. He's probably my favorite protagonist, or one of, in anime and manga. So if he can survive this, Gucci. If he doesn't, we'll be having talks. We'll be having talks for a very long time. But yeah, I can't stress enough, the series is fucking fantastic. Like, I also like that in the end, the gold was to be kind of forgotten about, which is important because, again, like, it's the same thing as I always have been saying with, for example, with Banana Fish. Like, everyone's saying they didn't like the ending because Ash dies. But the thing that people don't realize is Ash can never live normally. There's always going to be this looming Shinigami, isn't there? There's always going to be this looming threat over his shoulder that will always come after him. He will never be able to live comfortably because someone will always try to kill him. And the same thing applies here. The gold itself will always lead to conflict. It's led to people dying. So her saying, forget about it, leave it, just go back to normal, actually makes more sense that way because it ends the conflict. The conflict is, the MacGuffin is the conflict in the entire series, the MacGuffin being the gold. And actually then causes the conflict itself. So I like that was the outcome. It's actually better towards the plot because of it. It's not one of those things that kind of feels like a cheap cop-out, like, fuck it, forget about it. No, it makes sense to why she says that. It makes sense towards the overall plot, and I like that aspect. So yeah, I mean, by all accounts, this manga is actually going from strength to strength each time. I love it to bits. I can't stress enough. I'm really sad to see its end. I mean, the end was on the horizon either way, but at the same time, I was kind of, I don't want to see it conclude because I love this series to bits. And yeah, I mean, 3 weeks' time, it'll be the end. So I can't wait to see how this whole entire series concludes. Don't want it to end. It's gonna make me cry at the end, I think, as well. And I mean, we've got series in October as well. And also, I think there's actually a big project apparently afterwards as well. There's some massive thing about it. There was also one tweet about, so that's also coming. I don't know what it is. I guess we'll see. So until next time, with some more Golden Kamuy, as I always have said, I hope you actually have enjoyed the streams. As always, leave a like, leave a sub as well, leave a follow on Twitter and on Twitch as well. Twitter will tell you when these streams go live. Twitch will allow you to actually watch these streams live as well. So until whenever, I guess, maybe 2 days time? Maybe next week, I have no idea. Until next time, we'll check to 312. I will see you guys then. Bye for now.